Hello YouTubers and welcome to a new week, welcome to another episode of the vlogs. As you can tell, it's Monday because remember, look good, feel good, row good or enter any activity. In the third we've got the boats behind us coming back from Caversham from some testing at the weekend. So we're doing some rigging and getting those boats on the water. And we're going to see, as you can tell from the title, if we can talk to Big Phil Clapp because he just broke the world record last week for a 1 minute on the erg, and he's got some exciting world record plans coming up that we can hopefully vlog in person, but that's coming up in the next few weeks. Let's get down into the club, get changed, get ready, get warmed up for the first session. Oh yeah. And we've made it into the crew room to fuel up after the session because remember, food is fuel. We've got some wonderful David Attenborough on the TV. Oh yeah! Yeah, good boy. And we've made it outside after fueling up after the session because again, remember, food is fuel, and we're giving Yam a little bit of time outside, giving him a little walk, and he is constantly getting bigger and bigger, becoming the Shetland pony that he wants to be. But today, just waiting on Big Phil. Hopefully we can talk to him by the end of the episode about his 1 minute record on the rowing machine, which is absolutely amazing. He's been doing some big things in his training. Some big adjustments have been made in his training to make him that little bit more powerful, even though he was obscenely powerful already. For those of you that have watched the vlogs from the beginning, did a couple of videos with Phil doing some outrageous splits, trying to do the 1K world record, but didn't quite get that on the day. And we are looking, or I'm looking to work with Phil for the 500 meter world record, or at least vlog the experience, and hopefully that's coming up soon in December, which will be awesome to film, and hopefully we'll get some questions in. So this is the actual splits from the 1 minute world record the other day. So he sent that picture over and he put it on Instagram. It's absolutely amazing. It's some big numbers, and really he only needs a few more strokes to get to 500 meters. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he can do the 500 meter world record, but we will soon find out. It's looking pretty positive. And now we're going to continue walking Yam. We've got some awesome, more intensity to do to prep for the testing that's actually coming up this week. We've got a pairs matrix coming up starting tomorrow actually, to get a ranking for everyone here at Leander Club. So it'll be really interesting how that goes, and then it gives a picture of what the rest of the season can look like given where you are ranked, or at least where I'm ranked. I want to be able to see, okay, if I'm ranked somewhere, then that means potentially this boat, potentially that boat, potentially can do this or could do that. So over the next week or so, I'm going to be talking about that, talking about the pairs matrix, prepping for it, racing against your friends, how to do a pairs matrix, or at least how I feel like you should do a pairs matrix, and how I feel I get the most benefit out of myself, and any tips that may come across there. But like I said, hopefully we can talk to Phil before the end of this video about his sort of ambitions on his world records and about that 1 minute in general, because that is absolutely insane splits. And then coming up the rest of the week, talking about the pairs matrix and testing. So unfortunately I won't be be able to film much of the rowing itself, much of the pieces, many of the pieces, because I don't want to distract the other people in the testing in the pieces themselves, because some people just feel like they get a little bit distracted by the camera, and I don't want that for them, and obviously I don't want that if they're getting distracted. I don't want that for me. But now it's time to get back inside, get warmed up once again to get on the water over there. It's getting a little bit windy too, which hopefully it dies down for the testing coming up this week, but we'll soon find out about that. So let's get on the water and let's get onto some high intensity pieces. Oh yeah! Ready. And we've made it outside of the club on this lovely Soup Monday today after some delicious chilli in the crew room to fuel up after the session, because remember, food is fuel, after a little bit of more high intensity as we prep for the Matrix this week. So tomorrow we're going to head to Dorney Lake, the 2012 Olympic rowing venue, to do the first part of the Matrix, and I'll let you know kind of how that goes and what it entails tomorrow. But today we're going to get Yam and let him run around first, then we're going to discuss that 1 minute world record. Oh yeah, Yam. And now Yam is out here, we've played for a little bit. We're talking about that 1 minute record. Unfortunately, Phil is very busy today. He's actually in America touring around, so not quite able today to have a chat on the video so I could put it on the vlog. So I spoke to him about the minute world record itself, and he's confident of his splits, and I asked him how low are you kind of seeing splits on that attempt, and he said he was seeing 102s. 102s is absolutely insane. That is a huge split. So just as a sort of guide, a gauge of 102s, I've never seen that low. Generally, people don't see above 1,000 watts. 1,000 watts is pretty high. That's around a 111, and I believe a 102 is close to, I think, 1700 watts, maybe even a little bit higher than that. So it is an absolutely enormous amount of power, and Phil was saying that what he's working on just now for the 500 is just that little bit more kick, that little bit more go, so that essentially in these shorter flat out efforts, so the minute or maybe a little bit more with the 500, it's money in the bank technique that he's trying to use. So go out at an absolutely astonishing pace, astonishing rate, because in such a short effort you can't really make it up with that sprint. So for example, when I'm doing a 2K, you've got enough time where you can make up sort of a slower start with a negative split towards the end. But in a shorter piece, like a 500 or a minute, then you've only got 30, maybe 40 strokes. And so you really have to make the most out of all of them. So he's going out at an insane speed and essentially just trying to hold on. But fingers crossed for his world record attempts coming up, and fingers crossed that we can go in and watch him do that, because that would be absolutely amazing. He has had a few world records before. I think it was Eddie Hall broke Phil's 100-meter record on the erg, so maybe we'll see him attempt that another time, but right now he's looking at the 500 and we'll see how that goes. It has been standing, the record itself, for a long time. I think it's 111.5 or roughly in around the 111s, and as you saw for the 1 minute he did 109s, which is absolutely insane and 2 splits faster than the 500 record just now. So things are looking good, but obviously 1 minute is shorter than 500 meters, so a lot can happen in that sort of 10, probably between 10 and 15 seconds to go until the 500 itself. But again, we will see what happens when we get to that time. So Phil, hopefully enjoying yourself out in America. Yam Squad, hopefully enjoyed today's video. Again, we've got testing coming up this week. I'm going to take you along with me, but not so much on the boats and on the water, just going to keep you updated. And as well, another podcast is coming out this week on my Patreon, so if you want to look, there's a few podcasts going up, and I'm posting one every month. And this month it'll be about that trials or testing process and how I'm looking at it more from my point of view rather than from an overall general point of view. And as always, Yam Squad, remember to subscribe if you haven't already, hit that like button, and I really hope you've enjoyed your Suit Monday in the beginning of this week, and it started off with a really positive note, and I'll see you tomorrow for the first day of the Pairs Matrix. Oh yeah!